Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. Everybody out here, come and sing with me. Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show.
The Masheba Webb Show. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. It's the Masheba.
Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show.
The Masheba Webb. And we are back for a 4th edition of the Masheba Webb. Hey y'all, how you doing out there? I am your hostess, Masheba Webb. Y'all, we are back.
Yeah.
We back.
We back.
Like we never left. Okay? That's what we doing. All right, y'all already know how I do it. To my left, I got my girl, my pal, my buddy, Miss Andrea Wiley in the building.
Hey, welcome to the Masheba Webb Show on Podcast 2.
Yes, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a good day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's a good day. Miss, and to my right, I have the one, the only Miss Paula Wiley in the building.
Welcome everybody to the Masheba Webb Show and Podcast.
Over there looking like a piece of chocolate. Okay? Yes, I love it. Who do you have to your right, Miss Paula?
I have Mr. Robert over here to my
Mr.
right.
Robert Jackson! So you got your own song now, sir. You looking handsome over there, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And we are missing Mr. Avery today. He had a family emergency, but we are praying for him. And yes, he is still on the Masheba Webb Show.
Yes, he is.
All right. So, Miss Andrea, to your left, who you got over there?
The bestest of the best, the one and only.
Barbara Bankston. Don't mess with Barbara Bankston. How you doing, BB?
Doing wonderful.
Hold on, say that again. How you doing, BB?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yes, you looking beautiful. The devil been busy today, hasn't he?
He can try it.
He could try it.
Try it if you
He can
want.
go off that cliff by himself if he wants to. We ain't
I'm
going off
good.
of it.
Just let him go.
That's it. And y'all already know, listen, I have a special guest in the building. All right. We met this young man. We were out to dinner, okay, celebrating Miss Andrea's birthday.
Yes.
And we went to this amazing restaurant, and he was an employee there, and he was just amazing. And we told him who we are, and he told us who he was. And we said, you know what, you gotta come on this show. So guess what, guys? He's here today. We got none other than the one, the only Mr. Mike Loud in the building. Yes. How you doing, baby?
What up, though?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm
You
glad that I'm
looking
here.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
You as
like
well.
that. Thank you. I think we all look amazing
Yes,
today.
all of you.
Yes,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Really?
Thank
Everybody.
you.
We got Mr. Wisdom over there acting like he over there busy. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. How you doing, Mr. Wisdom?
Yeah.
I love it. So listen, it's the relationship show. It is a Friday. We are coming to you from Envision Radio. We are coming to you from Podcasting 2. We are coming to you from Soul TV out in Vegas. Let me tell you something. I'm coming with the first song. He said, keep. Okay. So listen, this is the relationship show. I'm going to tell you about, before our first song comes up, I'm going to tell you, let's talk about this game that we're actually going to be entering. Tell us so we can get that out of the way, Miss Paula. What is the name of the game that we will be playing today?
It's called the origin of Vertellus. And the main reason we are the Vertellus team that they said, we started this card game, is that we felt that we were losing touch with those closest to us. Technology and misconceptions about one another and the ever increasing pace of its life's caused us to fall. I mean, to fail, to ask questions, to truly understand one another.
Wow, I love it.
I played this game over the weekend, and it was actually such an eye-opening experience to it was 9 women.
Wow.
And I mean, the openness that everybody just shared and the tears.
Wow.
Because it really just opened up who you are and what you were all about.
Wow. I'm anxious to play this game. Now, I don't know what kind of questions are in this game, but I trust Miss Paula. So she ain't gonna lead us.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, she ain't gonna lead us off a cliff. But right now, we getting ready to get into our first song of the relationship show. It's my favorite show, y'all. I love the relationship show because we get to it. Okay, this is by one of my favorite artists named King George, and he said, I can't stay too long. Right here on the Masheba Webb Show.
Hey everybody, guess what? Heaven knows your name.
Oh yeah, don't that sound good? Well, this song goes out to anybody that got somebody they might want to hold on to, somebody that they go home to at night. See, that's what I call a good thing, and I got me a good thing too, and you see, I don't want to lose it. Listen, I used to hang out every night, running around in the clubs. Yeah, I thought I had everything. I thought I never needed love. That's when God sent an angel straight down from up above. She came and swept me off my feet, showed me the meaning of true love. Now my friends, yeah, they ask me why I don't hang like I used to. Some even laugh and call me names like old man and party pooper. But I found me a good thing, and I don't care what they say. Tell them when I get time I might come through, but I can't come through to stay. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be foolish. Got a good thing going on, and I ain't tryna lose it. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. See my girl, she at the house. I know that she waiting on me with a big smile on her face, yeah. Looking real good, smelling real nice and sweet. She know I'm out on the road, doing my music thing. She know the temptation comes. She know I'm only just a man. But see, I try to make the right decisions. Some women have their own intentions. And you will be surprised what some people might do when they really want your attention. But I found me a good thing, won't let nothing get in my way. Tell them when I get time I might come through, but I can't come through to stay. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be fooled. Got a good thing going on. I got a good thing, and I ain't tryna lose it. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be fooled. Got a good thing going on. I got a good thing, and I ain't tryna lose.
He said, I ain't trying to lose it. Can't stay too long, okay? I don't want to be foolish. That was King George, y'all. It's everywhere. Go get that. It's kind of like the relationship song, the relationship show theme song, because I love it. It explains my whole little relationship shrink-the-dink well. All right, guys, we have Mr. Mike Loud here. Mr. Mike, how are you doing, sir?
Excellent, blessed. I'm very blessed. Right?
Man, come on up to the
Very
mic.
blessed.
Yes. You looking handsome.
Thank
You. Let's talk about this song. What is going on with this song? Because when I played this song, I played it over and over and over and over. Okay, I love it. Let's first talk about the production of the song. Who is doing the production?
That is Alex Goss.
The
The
Alex. I need
Alex
some hand
Goss.
claps for that one. Let me say,
Please
the
give a hand.
Alex Goss.
Big shout out. Big shout
Yes,
out.
big shout out to my friend and my brother. My goodness. So how did you link up with him?
Well, it was amazing. My sister Keisha Douglas.
Okay.
She's better known as Detroit Kiko.
Uh-huh.
She ended up introducing me to him. They worked together a lot.
Okay.
And I just asked him like, "Hey, can you create a beat for me? I got a
Wow.
song in my head." And he was like, "I'm jazz, right?" I said, "Yeah, but this gonna work for you."
Wow.
I told him the little bit that God gave me in my head.
Okay.
And he brought out
And he
everything
embellished
else.
everything else.
It was amazing.
Wow. So listen, what about the title of the song? Where did this come from? Because the song is smooth. It's not hard, it's just cruising. It's just cruising, heartfelt, and I absolutely love it. But how did you come up with the title?
The love of my relationship with God. My relationship with him, he prepares me for a lot of things that I'm going through by way of my music.
Yes.
He gives me those songs.
Yes.
I noticed that when I create a song and I make the name for it, a little bit later on in life, I go through those things.
See?
So I draw from those songs for power.
Wow.
To
That's
get me those.
good.
Amazing.
Amazing. Anybody else got a question before I keep going on? For Mr. Mike? Nobody?
What's the name of your album?
Well, actually.
I don't have an album.
Yeah, this is his
single.
first.
She done
single.
spoke
Yeah,
that one
this
out.
is a single. This is an
Oh, I'm
EP.
sorry, it is the EP.
I wanted to go at an
EP.
album, but
Okay.
the spirit put on me to just let it flow.
Yeah, it's
Song
one
for
step
song.
at a time.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. Just like I have Just For Us out, and that's it. I have other songs waiting to come out, but other things are,
And it's on timing.
God's timing. You got
Right,
that
right,
right. You
right,
got
right.
that right. So listen, let's talk about the background singers.
Oh.
Because I love the background. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard that echo? I love the background, okay? Who is doing the background?
Well, that is a conjunction of my wife.
Okay.
Amber Lau.
What's her name?
Amber Lau.
Amber.
She always has my back on
Yeah,
background.
hi, Amber.
All
How you
right,
doing,
Amber.
Shout out.
Amber? Yes.
Always has my back.
Yes.
Beautiful voice, beautiful spirit.
Love it.
My sister Keisha, Kiko
Okay.
Douglas, Detroit Kiko.
Detroit Kiko. See, I'm writing down all
No,
y'all names.
Keisha Douglas,
Okay, Keisha Douglas.
Detroit Kiko.
Oh, that's one name.
That's
Good Lord.
keeping the Keisha's octave. Is
Okay, you're going to have to
actually-
text me that one. That's a long name.
She has many names. She goes by many names. Okay.
Okay,
No,
okay.
No, it's just Detroit.
So did Mr. Goss do any background?
He wanted to. I said no. He wanted to really bad. He probably slipped some notes in there.
So
though,
that
to be
was you
honest.
doing the male vocal?
No, I was the male vocalist on the background to make it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's because I heard it. I said that's either you or Alex because you guys kind of sound you sound alike.
God
Have
is
you?
so awesome.
Man, listen,
God is so awesome.
Alex is amazing.
Yes.
So right now, are you ready, Mr. Wisdom? We are coming with the EP, hot off the press, from Mr. Mike Loud, and he calls this one "Waiting." Right here on the Masheba Webb Show.
Your grace and mercy brought me through, and I'm living this moment because of
Something about your grace and your mercy lets me know you love me so. Something about this crazy situation lets me know you never let me go. So I'll sit and wait for your mercy. I'll sit and wait patiently. I'll sit and wait for your favor. Yeah. On the King, I'll sit and wait and wait. I'll sit and wait on the King. I'll sit and wait. I'll be okay. I'll sit
Sit down, At times in life we go through some struggle, and we don't know how we're gonna see them through. If we look inside our hearts to the Holy One and believe, then He will see you through. And if you just wait and pray, then believe the doors will open for you. And if you can't win, don't you give in. He did it for me, then He will do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. I know He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it. Oh, I know He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it. I'll sit and wait, and wait. I'll sit and wait on the King. I'll sit and wait, and I'm gonna pray. I'll sit and wait on the King. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been waiting right here. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been waiting right here. I ain't going nowhere. I've been waiting right here. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Early in the morning, even in the afternoon, yeah, yeah. Even in the midnight hour, I sit and wait on the King.
That was Waiting on the King by Mike Loud. Mike, Mr. Miles, you know how I do it. We're going to do it again. Because I got to hear it one more time. Because that's Mike Loud. I call him Mike Loud. Yeah. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mr. Miles, what you doing?
Your grace and mercy brought me through. And I'm living this moment because of you.
Something about your grace and your mercy lets me know you love me so. Something about this crazy situation lets me know you never let me go. So I'll sit and wait for your mercy. I'll sit and wait patiently. I'll sit and wait for your favor. Yeah, right there on the King. I'll sit and wait and wait. I'll sit and wait on the King. I'll sit and wait. I'll be okay. I'll sit and wait on the King. Yeah, wait on the King. Sit down, down, down. 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 At times in life we go through some struggle, and we don't know how we're gonna see them through. If we look inside our hearts to the Holy One and believe, then He will see you through. And if you just wait and pray, then believe the doors will open for you. And if you can't win, don't you give in. He did it for me, then He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. I know He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. Oh, I know He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. sit and wait on the King. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been waiting right here. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been waiting right here. I ain't going nowhere. I've been waiting right here. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Early in the morning, even in the afternoon, yeah, yeah. Even in the midnight hour, I sit and wait on the King.
Y'all hear that? Boy, you better wait on that King. Listen, I love this song, okay?
That's groovy.
My God. So listen,
Yes.
tell us about your walk as an artist. What has this road looked like for you? When did you start singing? Because you smooth with it, honey. You ain't cutting your vocal cords are just tight. Okay, you good. You smooth with it. You ain't pushing nothing out. You ain't screaming. You cruising. That's what my daddy would call it. You cruising. Okay,
smooth.
So yes. So what did this walk as an artist look like for you, Mr. Mike?
Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. So,
And it's getting better.
yes.
It's getting better.
What's the age that you started?
6 years old.
6.
At the Lee Church of Christ on the east side, right across the street from my job, Chrysler. Big shout out to Chrysler and all my family.
Yes. Let's say the church name again.
Lee Church of Christ.
LeMay Church of Christ. Let's
Yes,
shout them
by
out.
way of Brother Crocker.
I love Church of Christ, honey. Because you know what? What is it? Let's talk about that for just 1 second, and I'm going to come back to you.
Okay.
Church of Christ, when they sing different.
Yes.
What is it? That's the difference. Because I have been to a Church of God and sung. They think I'm so different, and I think they're so different. But when they hear music, it's like they become the instrument in Church of Christ. Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Because I love it.
We mimic people like Take 6. And I used to sing also with the Jesse H. Bishop Crusaders.
Yes.
Jatan Bishop.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely instruments. There was this old group called the White Boys.
Okay.
These guys were cold. Y'all need to check them out also.
Okay, it's called what?
The White Boys.
The white boy. Are they white?
You know what? I don't know. But I'm guessing that they are.
It don't matter. I just wanted to know. The White Boys. Okay.
But I started there and then circulated through the Church of Christ, and 1 year, I can't remember exactly what year it was, but I became Mr. Congeniality at a church conference.
Wow.
And that was special to me.
Yes.
I sung I Believe I Can Fly.
Wow.
And won that out. And eventually I got away from the church and got into the circular music. So I began getting with people on the street. The first group I was with was Adversary Entertainment. The second group I was with was Raw Dog Media Group. Then I went to Rough Dog, where I got my last EP. You guys got to go check
Raw
that out.
Dog, then Rough Dog.
Yeah.
Okay, we just in the dog lane.
Yeah.
All right, dog pound.
It was a rough
All
one.
right.
It was a really rough
You was
one.
with the dog pound. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I keep it D, you know.
You keep it D. That's right. That's how you do it. So listen, you mentioned that you sung R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to give us a little Acapulco. And I'm going to be, in and out a little bit, but I just want you to get a world some of my life.
It's been so long since I sung this song. I wonder if I still don't know the words.
Yeah, you got it.
How does it start off?
See, I was on, I think, right?
See, you're close, though.
The bird. Is that it? What is the beginning of I Believe I Can Fly?
Wow, it's been a while.
That is it. No, it ain't. Is it?
I was on the verge of break it down, something like that.
That's the second part of it, ain't it?
Now, I'm going to tell you this about me also. I will make up some words in the
Hey,
It didn't sound right.
Listen, I'm
That's
good with
me
making
all day.
Yes, I'm good with making the sound.
I'm gonna make my own words.
Remix.
Yes.
That's why I don't sing.
Okay,
This is my version.
Please believe it. So let's
go with the
start
one-
with that. Let's just what you want to sing, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna come in anyway.
What's that?
He said, "What's the words?" To
Look up the words, brother.
That's why we call him Mr. Wiz.
That's what I was going to say.
You ain't right because you ain't got a Mr. Wisdom in your life. That's what's wrong. You need a Mr. Wisdom. Mr. Wisdom, what's the
That's
words?
that I
What's the
can't
very
remember. It's been a
beginning?
minute since I sung that song.
Sing whatever comes to your heart, Mike.
I promise
Whatever
you,
comes
I
to my
want
heart?
to
Yes.
sing.
Oh, you got it?
Okay, he giving you the whole book. He got it. He got it.
He gonna let you see if somebody texts him on the slide.
Yeah. Stay away from his.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
I used to think that I could not go on,
Come on.
and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love.
Yeah.
I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it.
Sing the song, my girl.
If I just believe in it, then there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. And I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
My God.
That's right. Now that song wasn't on my heart, but I don't mind singing it.
Let's go with what's on your heart then.
All right,
You got
that
the
was
flow,
beautiful.
sir.
That was it.
Let's
That
go.
was it. Yes.
What's on your heart?
I wanted
Yes.
to introduce something to y'all.
Okay.
This is something new that I'm working on. I wanted to try it out a cappella.
Okay.
I believe I have it on my phone, but I don't want to mess up the sound. I don't know how this sounds
okay.
coming out my phone.
Okay.
But the name of this song it has two names. I haven't figured out what name I want. It's either Put on the Armor
Okay.
or Invoke Spirit.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I said the songs I write,
Yeah.
it'd be usually I'm going through it. So Put
Yes.
on the Armor, it must let you know I'm going through something right,
Right.
now, right? So.
Well, listen, I'm gonna listen
Right.
to it, and I'm gonna be over here in the background, okay? I'm the big do-wop pop 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 girl, okay?
It's a real quirky song. It's very different from any other song, but it goes.
Do we have a call in?
Got a call in.
That might be Jesus, because he called in right on time.
Well, come on,
Okay, come on.
Yes.
You on the Masheba Webb show. This is Masheba Webb. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is my cloud sister, Kiko.
That's my scramble, yeah.
How you doing, sweetie pie?
Oh my God. So first of all, I want to say, Miss Masheba, ma'am, you got vocals over there, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you. You know,
Mad
you slide some oil to them vocal cords.
Okay, but hold on. Not only that, I'm loving your energy. You are amazing.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. Thank you so much. Your brother is amazing, and y'all vocals are amazing, Miss Ma'am. And I think I'm gonna be utilizing y'all in the future. So expect a call
Okay,
from me. I'm
sound
gonna
good.
get your info because I'm about to go in the studio and slay some stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely,
You better
definitely.
slay.
Yes.
I just wanted to call in today to support my brother and also to support you guys.
Yes.
I know how important it is to support internet radio because I also used to do internet radio, and you know it's all about the listeners and tuning in and calling in. So I had to
Yes.
make sure I call and support, and I'm going to spread the word about the show.
Thank
Oh,
you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
I think we got
I'm
another call
definitely
in.
All right, keep
happy for my
calling.
brother.
Yes.
I'm happy for my brother. The song "Wait on the King" is amazing. I think it's gonna be an inspiration to the whole world.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely in the gospel genre, but
yes. But
it's more of an
inspirational.
inspiration.
Yeah, it is.
Inspirational, honey. You
Inspirational.
better wait on the king, honey. That's
Okay.
a message.
Better wait.
That's a whole
Don't go for
message.
it.
I bet you if I gave that subject to Barbara could come out with a whole nother sermon. Okay? Waiting on the king. She would come through.
Yes.
So listen, we got another phone call. We got to get out of here. Or do we? Yeah, we do. I love you.
Okay.
And we'll
Thank
talk
you.
to
I love you
soon.
too. I'm still
you,
watching
babe.
you guys.
Thank you for
Okay.
calling in.
That's my sister. She always support me. She's
Hi,
amazing.
you're on the Masheba Webb Show. Who is calling?
Hi, Masheba. This is Amber Loud.
Amber.
Hey, what up, though? Quick shout out.
Right, that's
How
what
you
I'm talking about.
doing, sweetie? Amber, is this the wifey?
This is she.
Is this the wife?
Yes. This
Amber, girl, listen. Them vocals. Are you alto or soprano?
I'm a soprano.
Wait. That was your key right there,
That was
girl.
my key.
I love it. I love it. I love you, and I love your husband, man. Your ministry. Listen. This is a ministry. Listen, it is, and I'm absolutely ecstatic that I could be a part of this journey. Is there anything that you want to say to your husband?
I just want to tell him that, Bookie, I love you. I'm so super golly proud of you. I've always been proud of you. From as long as I can remember, you've always been an inspiration to
She
me.
gonna make me cry. Don't be messing up my lashes, girl. You be messing up my lashes.
I'm sorry. I be
Okay.
super sensitive about that.
I'm
one, but
sensitive too. Music is love and life.
That's what it is.
Okay, and this is your husband's heart on plastic. Okay, and it doesn't get any more true than that. When you listen, when you hit play, you can hear where this song comes from. You know, and you can tell he's on the other side of whatever it was that he was going through, because he's talking about let's wait.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
we gonna do what we did, but now we gonna wait on the king. Miss Amber, I thank you so much for
Love you,
calling
babe.
in.
love you too, Papa.
That's so beautiful
Wow.
to support each other. That is so beautiful.
See you later, baby.
Partnership.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
That is so beautiful, Mr. Mike. What you got to say about this thing here? Because they done messed me up. I'm over here got my lashes finna come loose a little bit. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Mike.
All that love.
All that love.
All that love.
All that love.
The
all
devil
that
hate it.
love. Yes.
He hates it, so he come at me, so I have to put on the armor.
Yes.
Right after all that love come, you walk out, just like you go to church.
Yeah.
You get all that good word. Soon
Yeah.
as you step out that
Soon
door.
as the
Hell
devil be
breaks
on
loose.
your
Yes.
tail.
Soon as.
He do.
Yes.
He do.
So that's what this song represents. It's a song that I wrote actually to the Lord and Savior Jesus.
Yes.
About him, about how I feel. So it goes like this.
You came and died for us to have the choice to choose. Your sacred blood is why we have the power to do things impossible through you. So while we're running through these walls, you gotta put on the armor and pray. You gotta put on the armor and pray. Yeah, you gotta put on it. I put this on everything. I put on the armor. I put on the armor. I'll put on the armor. I'll put this on everything. I'll put on the armor. I'll put on the armor and just stand. Stand, stand, stand. Don't fight, just stand.
Don't
stand.
fight this. Okay.
Stand. Don't fight, just stand.
Your light shines bright when darkness tries to get in. And one piece of pie would surely do you in. It's exciting and outrageous, solemnly sin. Oh! So keep fighting until the end. Yeah.
My God.
All right.
Listen here.
Oh, wow. That's a message right there.
Hold on.
That's
Here at the
really a
Masheba Webb.
message. You about to throw
Here-
something
you
at
about to
the
initiate us.
Don't you know that? Well, that was something God gave me. So as excited as I
love
am,
it.
as excited as I am about that song, I'm also got my guards way up.
Wow, because you already know it's coming, right?
It's coming.
Okay.
All right.
Then you
got the
already
power to
know.
stand. That's what you said in that
Listen.
song.
That's what I'm
Stand.
gonna
All right.
That's one of my favorite songs too. Hey, okay, I'm gonna hit one more. I want. Do you know "Stand" by Donnie McClurkin? What do you do when you've done all you can and it seems like it's never enough?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you say when friends turn away? You're all alone.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you
Do.
Oh, you've done all you can.
Come on now.
It seems like you can't make it through. Child, you just stand. When there's none left to do, you just stand. Watch the Lord see it through, yeah. After you've done all you can, you just stand.
See, now you sung that from your heart. You done been through something.
I did.
You done been
I'd have been through the fire and the rain and the snow and the pain and the ups and the downs and the circles and the clowns.
That's my journey.
I'm writing a song right now.
All
You hear
right,
me?
I-
Bars, okay? So listen, y'all. This is the relationship show, and we have a topic. The topic is, what is the topic, Mr. Mike? The misconceptions.
Of relationships.
The misconceptions.
The misconceptions of relationships.
Of relationships. Now, I'm going to go around the table and open up this discussion, and I'm going to come with the first misconception in my life about men. Man, listen. So I was raised as a PK, and I've always, my mother reared me to be a wife, a housewife, a wife, a career wife. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do anything unless I was married first. Like, I always put that first because I felt like God wouldn't bless whatever I was in unless I was married. So that's why I've been married more than 3 times. So my misconception is I thought that if you couldn't pay all the bills in the house by yourself, you was not a man. Now, is that a big misconception, or is that a big misconception, Miss Barbara?
I don't think that it's a misconception. I think it's
Okay, so you did chime in on that doggone thing. What talk? What?
It's a standard. I mean, it's a choice. Like, I don't think it's a misconception. I think that sometimes you can set yourself up to be unrealistic with it, but it's not a misconception. Each person can choose. But if you start, because I've been a housewife before, right? And if you paid me for my housewife duties,
You be coming out of pocket.
Shout out to the housewives.
Shout out!
You know?
If you at home and you ain't doing nothing to clean it up.
I'm telling you,
Shout out
it's
to
the
you.
cleaning up because I'm nanny. because I'm taking care of our kids.
Yes.
Then I'm the house cleaner.
Yes, you
Housekeeper.
I'm the girlfriend.
You are.
The mistress.
You are. You the doctor.
The wife.
Yes, the wife.
The doctor.
Yes. Yes.
I'm the nurse.
The nurse.
You know what I'm saying? And
The
then
teacher.
I'm doing your laundry.
All of that.
I'm helping you with whatever you need. It depends on what his role is at his job. You got to help out in that. So there's just multiple roles that you never get paid for, but you do a lot of work if you do it correctly. I don't think it's a misconception. I just think that those are choices. Either couples decide that one is going to stay home and never undervalue her worth of not bringing the money contribution in, but she's contributing in another manner. So I don't think it's a misconception. I think it's a choice in a relationship.
Most definitely.
Wow. Listen.
I agree.
That's why she is Dr. Barbara Bankston. Don't question
Oh, by the way,
me.
I did start my doctoral program.
Don't play it.
All
Don't
right,
play.
congratulations.
Don't play with her.
Congratulations.
Now
I'm
listen,
proud of you, Barbara.
not to mention her birthday is the 17th of June. Okay. And she also is a new author. Did you bring us books?
I did bring some.
Where is it here upstairs?
I brought some of them upstairs. I quit as fast as I could.
You have one now? Let's see the book. Let's talk about this. We are very proud of Dr. Barbara Bankston.
The book.
This is the book. Let's
So
talk
this is the
about
book. So the book is called Unmasking: A Journey to Wholeness, and then this is the journal. So it's a 2-piece. And the thing with the book is like the reviews that I've been getting for the. I've had people literally call me in tears. I've had people call me saying, you know, it kind of triggers something to me. I had to put the book down. I had to put the journal down because I couldn't get past the first question.
Wow.
I got to the first question and it made me reevaluate and
Your
reexamine
whole
my
life.
whole life. It started putting things into perspective. And so I just was, for me, I'm just grateful that I was able to do what I felt led to do, like what I feel like I did what God told me to do, and I have the fruit. Like I had calls today. I had like 2 or 3 calls a day, and I was like, they said, I'm going on this journey. I'm gonna do it. I said, and if you need help, call me. You know what I'm saying? If you got my number, I'm gonna help you, right? And so I said, call me. If you need help, call me, because that's what it's all about. It's just my passion to see people whole, healed, and healthy.
Amen.
Amen.
Now, in this book, we can find the journey. Okay, it's called The Journey to Unmasking, right?
Unmasking the journey
Unmasking
to
the journey
wholeness.
To wholeness.
To wholeness.
So, okay, that answered my question. I was going to say, what
Because
can we
we
find in this book?
Because we talk
The
so much
Journey to
about
Wholeness.
being healed, but Jesus said, will thou be made whole? So there's a difference between healing and wholeness, right? And so we get healed, but you get healed in layers. Whole means I'm full, it's complete.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
recovery.
Wow,
Yeah.
Miss Barbara, we are so proud of you, and we have some things for you. We're going to talk to you after the show.
Share with us first how that they can get that.
please.
So my team is working on a link for me, but in the
Okay.
meantime, y'all can go onto my Facebook. If you inbox me or messenger me, I do have a PayPal, and I have a Cash App, and I don't know if I'm gonna give y'all my Zelle.
I'm gonna keep that to myself. Okay.
But I have PayPal, and the PayPal is Barbara Bankston Unlimited Purpose. So you can definitely just contact me, and I will get you a book, because I'm shipping out books. Orders are coming in. I'm actually almost out of the journal. I didn't know I was gonna go out of that journal as fast. I only got
that's
about
mine right there.
I got
I
about
want to buy one for my wife too.
okay. I got about 45 copies left of the journal, and after that, I'll have to order
And the
more.
journal is your road to writing this
Yes.
book?
The journal is your road to healing.
Okay,
Yes.
So in the book are...
The book does give you now the book goes through unmasking. Like, I talk about unmasking love, I talk about unmasking friendship, I unmask and friendship meaning in my relationships, and then I unmask forgiveness, and I should have unmasked some regrets, but I didn't. But anyways,
That's
I only
the second
got 2 in my life, but I got them. I only got 2.
Yeah.
This is a small list.
Yeah.
Woo, Jesus.
But that's
but it's only 2, but my God, the 2, right? And so And so I do talk about how you actually go through unmasking you is in the book. So it's the, how do you unmask you? Because I talk about my journey, but now it's time for you to unmask you and what that looks like and how do we layer that? How do we pull back the layers for that?
That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, I literally had somebody call me talking about, you got me on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. And I had somebody else say they read the book and they said, I couldn't put it down. And I cried through the book. And then I've had people say, I started it and then I put it down because it began to trigger so much and it was so deep. And so the book is doing what it's supposed to do.
It is.
Right.
It is. You're supposed to be triggered. You're supposed to be triggered. My God, my God.
So you can be provoked to healing.
Yes. Triggered to be provoked.
I'm looking forward to reading the book
God.
and the journal.
So listen, the call-in number is 313-266-2811. One more time, Ms.
Once
Andrea.
again, that call-in number is 313-266-2811.
All right. So since you cracked my question or my misconception, Miss Barbara Bankston, I'm going to let you go next. What is a big misconception in relationships?
I'm glad you said this because I think I'm going to stay in that same vein in the wheelhouse that you are in. I think that it's a big misconception that I'm coming for the men.
Of course. Scoot it up. Hold up, Mr. Miles. What did you say?
Of course. Anyways, I think it's a huge, and this may not be as a man, I think that it's a huge misconception that some men and more women think that women do not want those roles of being a stay-at-home mom and I think they think we all want to be bosses and all of that. But I think that I talk to more women who want to embrace the feminine side of them. Mm-hmm. They want to be the weaker vessel. Yeah. They want the man to stand strong. They want to be the helpmate if it's necessary for me to work, but if it's okay for me to stay home and raise the children and just be a wife and a mom and be everything else that you need, that I can do that without the stress of having to go out to work. But I think it's a misconception that people believe that we in this woman's moment, we just want to be strong and we want to be superior to the men and we want to emasculate our men. That's not true. I talk to so many women who would love to take the low role for that. And so I just think that that's a misconception that's out there. Is that good enough for you, Mr. Miles? I know that's what you wasn't thinking, but
you know, Mr. Miles, 'cause you ain't got no mic, but we can hear you, sir.
I kind of agree with you. I just think if women, for those who believe in the Bible, do what the Bible says, no matter what time it is, don't give people a reason to try to pick apart what the Bible is about. And to whether it's the woman supposed to submit, the husband supposed to do this, live by those laws. If you believe. If you don't believe, I'm like, well, that was old, now it's now. It's just that, again, there's more women in the world, in our community, than there is men. So when we mess up, we really mess up. Y'all just have more options to mess up.
Yeah. We might have more options to mess up. It's not that we don't mess up, we just don't get caught.
No. Well, let me ask I wasn't
You said it.
I need some paper.
But I ain't talking about that part.
Look, don't fall into a trap.
No, I agree with you. But I also believe that when you get into the Bible, that's why I personally believe when we're talking about a marriage or a covenant marriage, and from that standpoint, I believe that it's very important to do premarital counseling so you can understand what submit means. What these words that we have in the Bible, because people can take the Bible and they can just take, I've seen men do it all wrong. I've seen women do it all wrong. So people can take the Bible and they're just going to come to their own interpretation of the Bible. But if you get counseling and you sit before somebody, you reason together, right? Yes. And this is what this looks like for us. So me being a helpmate, because I know women who say, I'm not going to work. Well, I mean, if our family needs some money, if my husband falls, I'm not going to get rid of him because something happens, right? And he falls in a way that he's not able to financially support the family, and I'm capable. Right. I have a degree. I'm intelligent. I'm capable. We may have chosen for a season for me to stay home, but that season might be up, right? And so we have to be able to be flexible as couples, not just as women, but just as couples, and understand that things change, life changed. So we got to be able to get back on that drawing board. But then there's those things such as he said, as submit. What does that mean? The Bible says submit one to another. So it's not just that the woman submits to the man. So we just got to know what that looks like for me and you as a couple. I do believe that ultimately in the end, if there is a conflict, that the man should overrule the woman because he is the head. Now, I do believe that. That's my belief. But I don't believe that means that I automatically have to shut up because that don't mean we don't reason. Like some men will take that. That's why you got to know who you're marrying. They'll take it and say you don't get a voice or a choice because I'm without even ever having a conversation, right? And so I believe that it's important that you understand your partner. You get together and a man might have the reason why he's choosing this. And once he takes that place of authority, then he takes the responsibility and accountability for whatever the choice result is. When you don't come for me when it didn't work out your way. Period. Right now, because you didn't want to reason together, right? So I think it's very important. But I do believe that the man is the head of the house, and ultimately that's why you better choose wisely, ladies.
Right. And it all comes with communication too. You know, finding out about each other, and like this little thing right here, I got right here. This will open up some doors.
Girl, I can't wait to start that thing. Hold on, we're gonna start that thing in a minute. And you know, another misconception could be. No, what were you about to say, Miss Barbara? Go ahead.
It. That's all I was gonna say. Is just communicating. I think that ultimate communication and understanding what might look right for Brother Lau and his wife may not look like for over here in my house, right? And so we got to be okay with that. We want to say if she know how to manage that money, you better let her manage that money. And if he knows how to manage it, let him manage it. You know, don't try to power move me because you feel like you're superior to me. You know, so that and then we mess up the whole family unit. We can mess up our children. We can mess up our wealth line. We can mess up so many things just because we want to power struggle each other.
So let's talk about this. Let me ask y'all a question. Can you become comfortable in your dysfunction?
Yeah, most people do. That's why they're there so long.
What does that look like?
Turning your back on your beliefs.
Okay. All right. What does that look like in a relationship?
Chaos. Hurt. Pain. Confusion. Everything that is not of God.
Negative. All negative.
All negative energy.
So what do you do when you have one spouse, you have a couple and you have one spouse stuck in comfortable dysfunction, and then you have the other spouse that was in dysfunction, hurt and broken, but they're healed, and now that they're moved on, they still have the mate that's comfortable with, just flat out. Just comfortable. Comfy pillow, little comforter, might have a little fireplace on, comfortable. Talking about comfortable.
So the other one, the young lady, or whoever's not comfortable, that's the person that needs to wake the person that's comfortable up.
Now see, right there. That's good. Now, I believe I believe the other person can't do it. I believe that it's only a job for God. I'm talking about, let's open it up. We already know that the relationship show is based upon my relationship and my marriage. So let's open it up. Okay. All right? Come on, Mr. Mike.
Somebody stop praying. Somebody stop believing.
Somebody was never praying. Somebody probably was never really believing, because sometimes you can have a view and it's not actual reality. If you're comfortable in dysfunction, you're not living in reality. You're not living in the real reality that I'm living in. You understand what I'm saying? You're living in which looks like reality to you. What was the feelings that you're used to, the things, the comfort, the smells, the feeling, the taste, the sound, everything. What do you do when you have realized that the other person that's comfortable in the dysfunction is just, the capacity is not there to expand?
Deep. That's deep.
So you are the strong one, and you are growing, and you are moving, and things are happening that is amazing. and you feel like you're leaving and you're over that now. I'm over that. I'm not leaving nobody. They left me.
Yeah.
Okay, you signed up to love, honor, cherish,
And
to be my help. You trying to help me. Listen, if I can't help you make it to heaven, you can't help me make it to heaven. Get out my face.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go back to this because I say this all the time. Y'all
Bring
know
it
I
on
say
back.
this all the time. When you marry somebody, you can't just throw them away because you decide to grow. Unfortunately, that's just not how it is in covenant, man. You just don't get to throw because you will never. Everybody will be throwing everybody away, right?
Exactly.
And
So what do you do?
So you can't. So what you have to do as if you're whoever the one person is that believes that they're moving forward, they have to continue to get on their face. You got to continue to. You got to provide. You got to provide, depending on who it is, women are naturally nurturers. So you should be able to nurture and heal and help, bring somebody to health and healing, right? So you can. But sometimes we get frustrated. And what happens, one of the things you forgot to say when you were naming off all of those adjectives, you forgot the word numbness. So we become numb.
Yes.
While we're in the relationship, and then it just, we get passive because we're numb. We're just ignoring things at this point.
I mean, come on. You hold on. I just want to say this with regards to even a person not even seeing about their health. Is some part of that unreality that is not reality? Because if you sick, then that means that I have to
take care of you in sickness and in health. But it goes back to, it's your husband or it's your wife.
How about this? It goes back to in the very beginning before you became your husband, your wife. Is knowing who you're dealing with.
But if you don't do that, we can't go back to that. We would want to, but once you're married to this person, it's easy to say, listen, because some of the people wouldn't be your husband, and they definitely wouldn't be your wife if you could go back to the beginning.
Yeah, but if you're in a relationship, if you're building something before the marriage,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
you have to learn.
See.
Which I did not get the teaching of how to dissect and how to peep game and see how people do their thing. Once you learn how to figure that out, you know how to remove what you don't need in your world.
You know what? Can I say this?
Yes. Come on, Mr. Mike.
You know how, God isn't the author of this confusion.
No, he's not.
So one thing, well, speaking from a king's perspective, one thing you have to realize is that your most important relationship has to be with the Lord and Savior. It has to be with Him. You got to be grounded first.
So as you talk, I'm going to stop you and interject these facts, okay? No church on the other end. No, nothing. Just hopes and wishes.
No, this is something that is in the man.
No, I'm saying, as you talk about what you're talking about, I'm going to come from my side of my relationship.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you know, because you haven't watched the relationship shows and you're not caught up with why I'm actually here at this table.
I watched some of them.
Okay.
I watched some.
So you talking practicality of what should be, and she's going to give you actuality.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
That's why I got her sitting at the end of the table.
Because that's what what he just said. We want to go back to the beginning, but
you
we'd be
can't.
in this position if we had.
Actually, saying let's go back to the beginning.
Because that was a
I felt like that
representative.
should be a start in the first place. Before we have this marriage, we got to have communication. We got to know who I'm talking to. I got to know the parents. These are things that allow you to see the character of that person that you're talking
That
to.
is very true.
That's true, but we're not talking from the beginning. We're talking from now.
Yeah,
Right.
but if there was a representative in the beginning,
Who was representing?
not him.
There it is.
Understand that. So if it was a representative sent in the beginning, I never knew you.
When I got married, I made it
I never
clear.
knew you until I married you and seen what I was in.
Exactly. And that can be confusion. God don't make no mistakes. You went through what you went through for a reason.
Yeah.
No, she went through what she went through because she chose to go through that.
And look where you're at.
That's one.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Because God doesn't make you get to choose your mate.
I chose
And that has nothing to do with God. And God will cause things. God doesn't make you choose no mate.
Yeah.
We can say that. God can tell you, because some people, I do believe that God can tell you this person is for you, but I'm not sure that Masheba said, God, is this my husband? I believe Masheba said, I want to marry this man. And so she made a choice, right?
That's
and
right.
so I believe that a lot of people blame it on God because it sounds real easy. easy, but sometimes it's not. What God does do is He says, "I will make all things work together for the good of those that love." So He will make your mistake turn out for good, but doesn't mean that He's gonna place you there.
For those that what?
That love the Lord.
Love the Lord. It goes right back to the beginning.
To the beginning, and what you were coming out of the gate saying.
You can't survive without.
If I can't never pull this person, listen, if there's always a blockage from keeping you from God, if there's always a job keeping you from God, if there's always some type of element keeping you from doing or getting to the place where you need to get us better, because see, I'm in the stratosphere.
Have you prayed with him? Do y'all pray together? Have you tried to do prayer together, do Bible study together, read together?
He is willing. You are
not.
I am. I'm willing.
Try it. Because sometimes
aside.
it's not about church, it's about relationship with God.
Right.
And sometimes it's the exposure. And it sounds like he doesn't have the exposure.
Not at all.
He's not going to make the steps to like get into a church or anything like that. So since he's not going to do that, that does not mean that you can't bring Jesus to him, right? Because Jesus should be illuminating from you, right?
I just don't want to make it. I don't.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about the representative, right? Like when you went, everybody went to shopping before for furniture and stuff. Right? When it come over, it's a representative. The representative at this particular time, when he know he can't go no further, he said, "You know what? You need to speak to my manager."
That's right.
So when you speak to my manager, he'll let you know everything.
Yeah.
But also, when she said about praying together,
Right. That's the manager.
That's the key. That's the manager.
See, this is give yourself a hand, Mr. Miles.
Yeah. That was good.
But the thing
That was good.
The thing is, the relationship part has to be put into place. I agree with him. He said what he said, what she said. First of all, you do, when that representative come in, you have to ask the right question and get the right product
Yeah.
you want.
Exactly.
And most people don't ask that.
Yeah.
Most women, going for the women.
Yeah. Come for us. I'll represent us.
Come to
want to know more so how stable or how secure financially a man is.
You right.
And then I had a young lady say, she just came over and we were about to do some work. It was her and two other people. She said, this your house? I said, yeah. She said, And she just looking around. And then she said, oh, okay. And so in the conversation the following day, I said, oh, you ain't asked me, was it my main house? You just asked me, is this my house? You know what I mean? And so
Right.
she's like, what you mean? I said, I have 4 houses. I said, one you would never see.
She ain't know.
One of you might
She ain't
drive
even
by.
know.
Right. And one you might drive by. The third one I might welcome you to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fourth one is where we do our music and shoot photos and all that stuff, record. And she like, I said, you judge me off of my appearance and my appearance in the house.
That's exactly what happened.
And so when
I agree.
have a tendency to look at the physicalities of every man like men do physically, but women look at the financial part of their bill.
Wow.
All the time.
That's right.
And that's how they get caught up because it's a whole lot of bums that got money.
Yeah,
You're true. That's right.
A person.
Yep.
That's what we
It's
say.
funny. Somebody was
gotta
trying to
get to know
date me,
somebody.
and they said, "Well, let's just go out." I said, "Well, can you get to know me? Because I don't know if I just want to meet. I got to make sure I want to meet up with you, right?
That's right.
Like I want to make sure I'm breaking bread with you. That means something to me. Let's just see if I really want to get to know you, right? Like that.
Period.
Ask me something else other than can you see me?
Period.
Well, if you're just looking for dating,
Yeah.
you don't have to ask no questions. You can find that stuff out by just when they're asking you, how they ask you, the feeling that you get from them, the vibe. But a lot of people these days don't really care about if the person has a relationship with the higher.
You know, but I'm
People
trying.
don't realize that the relationship is a job.
It is.
So you got hard work, you know.
Now that's labor.
It's hard work.
But this is the thing. It don't have to be hard, job.
It's not hard.
I don't
You
believe that a
better say that
relationship
thing. You better
has to
say
be
it.
hard. See,
It don't.
we say it's hard work. No, it's gonna take you some consistency. It's gonna take you some sacrifice. It's gonna take you some compromise, some reciprocity. But I don't think it has to be hard. It becomes hard. I don't want nothing that's that hard. Like
Listen,
hard
that's
just
what I'm talking about.
hard just
because
sound
I said
hard,
it's-
y'all. I don't know. That's like sound like a life sentence.
So just because I said it's a job don't mean I'm saying it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You just got to work your job.
Something you got to work at.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Just like getting on a job and learning the job and being able to maneuver.
Nah, some of that stuff is hard. I hear what y'all saying, but some of it is hard to get through. You have to bite some bullets.
Hold on.
It might be difficult,
Listen.
but I don't know that. You know, there are going to be challenges and everything, but hard is a strong word. Like hard mean like.
I don't know.
I just think everything for anybody, any and everything, how you handle small things is how you handle big things.
Right, I agree.
And if you handle everything with purpose,
right,
you will be okay.
Yes, that's good, Miles.
That's good.
Give yourself some hand clap.
Give yourself a hand, baby.
Yeah.
That was
Right,
good.
come on.
That was
everything
good.
with purpose.
Handle everything with purpose.
Right.
Purpose of everything you do. 'Cause if
Right.
not, then it's like you leave gaps.
Hi, my name is Masheba. Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So my thing is, it doesn't have to be hard, Barbara.
It don't.
I've reached a place where it is so easy. All you have to do is just act like you're human. Breathe. Continue to go to work. Come home. Pay some attention to me.
Right.
Act like you care.
Act like you like
you
me.
go to work and fake it for the line. You don't want to be cheesing in the line's face, cheesing and talking, and you be faking it for them, fake it for me.
So in a marriage, how long do you deal with that? How long do you
Now
deal
that's
with
always your question. He didn't ask this question for every relationship show, and that's a good question because I still never really answered it. Now I'm gonna answer it today.
Very good.
Answer the man's question. I got a question. You ever been married?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Masheba.
Okay, so it is. I discovered, and I really discovered. I was talking to one of my friend's mother the other day, and she said, "Masheba, what do you really have?" And I was like, "Okay, let me think about it." I said, "Do I have a companion who's there for me? I mean, even half the time? No." Do I have...
Don't answer the questions.
Okay.
Ask them.
Do I have a man who thinks I'm beautiful and sexy and is interested in being next to me? Do I have security? Do I feel safe? Do I feel safe? I have a 352 snub nose that makes me feel safe. So... it's a lot of questions she asked me, did I have? And I couldn't come up with one thing that I had besides the rent. And so, again, we are right back here, Mr. Robert. And the answer to that question is, it all falls on me now. Everything from this point is my fault.
It's not your fault.
Well, let me say why it's my fault.
It's not your
Because
fault, though.
I have the option to stay or leave.
Exactly.
If you continuously let something negative happen to you, that means you like something about it, or you're insane. If you keep...
I disagree. I think that sometimes, once you enter into a covenant, now that's cool when you just dating.
Yeah, but nah.
Once you're into a marriage,
everything ain't honored and ordained by God, though, Barbara.
I know that, but then you have to decide that factor.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
you
saying.
have to go back to not what you want, or what you have to go back to. Am I getting what are your needs? Are your needs being
met.
supplied? My needs, because
I'm meeting my needs.
Okay.
I'm meeting my needs.
So I just want you to be able to identify your needs.
That's where we at.
I want you to
Help me do
identify
that.
your
Let's
needs.
do that right now.
Yeah, you got to identify your needs. What is it that you feel that you need? Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do what you feel you need from a relationship.
What I feel I needed from a
Not what
relationship.
you want, what you need.
I need concern or interest in anything I do. I do a lot of stuff, and there's not one thing that really interests you. I'm trying to figure out if a person is drunk or if they just really have a medical condition. Because after you sit there and drink 3 tall cans of whatever, you pass out. And I'm feeling like disgruntled because all of this time I've been thinking something's wrong with you. Something's medically wrong with you, but you've probably been drunk.
I'm going to tell you something somebody told me, but go ahead. What else you need?
I need to date. I need to make love. I need on a regular basis.
Were you doing it before you got married?
Of course.
Okay, keep going. Cause I'm gonna tell you, you described you literally triggered something somebody else said to me, and they told me this is why this what you did,
I need to make,
and why you shouldn't be. Yeah.
Okay. So talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you everything. Let me see. I need the connection, the closeness. That's what you know how like when you have an argument with your husband, you get in bed, and as long as you don't want him to touch you, but as long as your foot touch a little bit, your foot can just touch you. Just a little connection.
Let my toe touch.
Just a little touch. Just
Right.
Then you all right. You feel fine. It's you know why? Because you're tied. That's a soul tie. You and your husband, me and my husband have a soul tie. Okay, that's why I'm going through a lot of the things that I'm going through. Everything is not honored and ordained by God. He didn't propose to me. That ain't honored and ordained. That ain't ordained. That ain't right. I wouldn't care. He didn't come and get me. I went for him. So I feel like we switched roles. I told y'all more than once that we switched roles, okay? I am the stronger. I am the go-getter. I am
the man in the relationship.
I am.
At one point in
I
time,
am. I'm the man. That woman, I tried. I have to keep doing, I have to dress the part. I have to smell the part. I have to be Masheba in all its splendor because I spend majority of the time being a man and the woman in a relationship. Yeah, I know I can't physically be the man, but that's what I've been doing. Okay, I got off work yesterday, 9 p.m. after working, and I have a half an acre of a yard in the back, and I cut half of it.
By the way, I have a lawn care service. I'm
gonna need your number after I got your number. I'm gonna have you come and cut the grass.
You don't have to do that no more.
He has conditions.
Yeah, I need that.
His foot is bothering him, and I didn't ask him. But what I'm saying is, I don't ever get any help around the house. I don't. Why? Because he's never really awake to give me the help. And why is he always never? Why is he always asleep? And I'm breaking it down. I done took him to the doctor. He keep canceling his appointment to go back and get the results.
You know what I love about God?
It's too much.
After all of that, he be right there with
He be right there.
He be right there. Yes, he do.
to pick you right
He be
up.
right there. But go ahead, Mr. Miles.
Can you tell me one thing that he loved to do besides drink?
No.
You ain't know.
Okay, play golf.
Okay.
Play golf and bowl.
Okay.
And I took him putt-putting. Go on you could go.
Do you know how to go?
I don't, but I took him so he could teach me.
Okay. Do you know how to bowl?
Yes.
Have y'all ever went on? They got a dating bowling teams.
No.
Husband and wife teams.
I don't even think he got the capacity for that.
Listen, I'm just saying, these are those things. It's just as key essential. It's the things you talk about making love and all that, because those things that he loved to do, if he see you have interest in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. I get it, but
because it's so much to you.
is it? It's a lot to me, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, you said it.
She a lot.
It's so much to you to where, see, you can have novels written about.
Can he borrow somebody's microphone? Because people need to hear this.
But I can talk.
Yeah, no, pass it on. Go ahead, get the mic. Okay.
The thing is, you can have novels written about you, and only one book could be written about him. Don't make him no less important than what you are.
That's right.
However, sometimes you just got to read that book, know that book, and then maybe add chapters. You just have to be willing to do so.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, come on, give yourself a hand.
I want to say something else too. Now I'm gonna let you go. In the Bible, because it just made me think about it. We call there's some books in the Bible, and they're the prophets. The prophets have written them, right? And so there's the major prophets
And the minors.
and then there's the minor prophets, right?
Okay.
There's no difference between the majors and the minors.
Yeah, but the
only difference
Church of
is-
God in Christ or anybody else out there telling they gonna split them in.
No. Only difference between the I'm gonna tell you the only difference between the majors and the minors is the length of the book.
Period.
See?
But the
'Cause
value
period.
of what's inside,
The period.
it does not. It holds the same weight.
Yes.
So
Period.
I just, when Miles said that, that's what dropped in my spirit. We put so much emphasis on Jeremiah and Ezekiel and Isaiah, but Nehemiah is just as important.
Exactly.
Listen, you right. You right. Now, what was you gonna say, Mr. Mike?
Can you imagine how God looks down?
Come on in the
and
microphone.
Can you imagine how God looks down and sees us when we're going through these things?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's there in the beginning.
And he'll be there in the end.
And then he's there in the end. But no matter what, when we go through and we fall down, first thing we run right back to him.
Wow.
So at what point will we be okay with just being with him?
Man.
See, the thing about when you go through something, that's when you actually, I mean, you should have a relationship with God anyway. Okay, so when you go through something, you know who you are and what power you have because of who you are and who God said you were.
Amen.
And so what you do is you get on your knees and you pray to your Father, you know, and you give that to Him.
Yeah.
You don't take it and run with it because, see, those weights on your shoulder will weigh you down. You know, so you give it to Him, and then that's what He wants us to do, is to give all our troubles and our problems to Him.
That's right.
So
He said, how long? I wanted to answer that question. How long do you wait?
Yeah.
I wrote that song, Wait on the King. Psalms 91, verse 1.
Yes.
He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High
shall abide
under the shadow of the Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
These things are true.
Okay.
These
they
things
are.
are true.
They are.
So no matter how long you wait, when you decide to leave, if you're not leaving with God, you in trouble.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
And that's good right there. So listen, I have to go take a break. All right. I'm going to play something for you all. And this is a clip of my mini movie. It's called Just For Us, the movie. And it's also accompanied with my song Just For Us. But this clip is the suicide. It's the suicide clip. This is what Masheba Webb was going through back in 2002. I didn't want to live. I got tired. I went to church and my kids were being taken from me. They was trying to run to me and get to me. And they were being taken from me and held back. And I just lost it. I didn't want to live anymore. And I told God I was done. And so I went and I got a hotel room and I got these pills and I swallowed bottles of pills. And then I had my friend's gun, you know, and I remember just putting it in my mouth and just being there and just tears and just all the emotion. It was crazy. I don't ever want to I don't ever want to feel that again. And coming from that place of drug addiction, of homelessness, of losing everything that I had, it just seems like the person that's with me would be the one to know and feel just that, to know that I just want to love you. You know, I don't want to hurt you, but I want you to live this thing with me. I don't want to live it by myself. If I have to live it by myself, I can be by myself. If I have to pay my own bills by myself and do everything by myself, then why do I have a husband?
I can see.
Come on.
I totally understand that, you know, but we have to, like, I'm 40 years old now. I'm at a point right now where I'm realizing that it don't matter how many accolades I have or what I'm doing. Nothing is worth it if it ain't about him. We sat here on this earth with some instruction.
Amen.
Every last one of us got the same job.
Yeah.
The gifts that he gives us, we're supposed to give it back to him. We're supposed to be here worshiping, praising. That's all he asked us to do.
And you know what? When you're a singer and you have music in your heart and you are a music melody, you know, it's hard, especially when you go through things like this, because I could take music and put it on when I'm going through, and music have literally brought me through. You know, a song had actually ministered to me and started breaking the chains of drug addiction. You know, so I never doubt the power of music, all genres. It doesn't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the crazy stuff, but I'm saying real music, you know, but I just, I don't ever want to get that way. And I used to be depressed. I used to have depression, bipolar depression type 1 and 2, okay? Yeah. And that's not fun.
I think that's a really like an epidemic. Like
that's
in the
not
community.
fun.
I deal with depression.
Yeah.
Personally, really heavy. You know, most people that's happy all the time deals with depression.
You better say it. And that's what it is. And on that note,
I guess I'm guilty.
Yeah.
So check on your happy friends,
Check on your
okay?
happy friends. I can't hear myself. Check on your happy friends. Exactly. So I'm getting ready to, Mr. Miles is getting ready to play the suicide clip from my movie Just For Us, and which is coming out later this year. And we're going to go right into The Ordinary Just Won't Do. And that's by commission right here on the Masheba Webb Show.
Your grace and mercy brought me through, and I'm living this moment because of you.
Something about your grace and your mercy lets me know you love me so. Something about this crazy situation lets me know you never let me go. So I'll sit and wait for your mercy. I'll sit and wait patiently. I'll sit and wait for your favor. Yeah, on the King. I'll sit and wait, I'll sit and wait on the King. I'll sit and wait, I'll be okay. I'll sit and wait on the King, yeah. Wait on the King. Sit down, 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 down. Wait on the King. Sit down, down, down. We go through some struggle, and we don't know how we're gonna see them through. If we look inside our hearts to the Holy One and believe, then He will see you through. And if you just wait and pray, then believe the doors will open for you. And if you can't win, don't you give in. He did it for me, then He will do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. I know He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. I know He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it for you. Yes, He will. He will do it for you. Yes, He'll do it. I'll say it right. I'll sit and wait on the King. I'll sit and wait, and I'm gonna pray. I'll sit and wait on the King. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been waiting right here. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been waiting right here.
That was Waiting on the King by Mr. Mike Loud. Ordinary would not play, so he did the next ingenious thing was to replay our favorite new song by Mr. Mike Loud. Mr. Mike, it has been a pleasure having you here at the Masheba Webb Show.
Thank you.
Right now, we are getting ready to give it to Miss Paula, and we're going to play this game. Now, Miss Paula, you have the right to gear any question to any one of us.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you the meaning of vertellus. Vertellus means to tell us more in Dutch. It's designed to create a moment in which families and friends become much closer by asking the in-depth questions.
Yeah.
Questions that make you reflect, cherish, and share the important and beautiful moments of your life. Mm-hmm. Now, this first question I'm going to pose to everybody.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have everybody choose a card, okay?
Okay.
This first question is, what was your biggest mistake?
Ooh.
Gonna drink some.
Okay, so can I be the first?
I'm gonna give me a drink.
Hold up.
I know my person.
Can I be the first one on this one?
Okay, we're going to
Take a hard drink of this water.
All right.
Right here, we're going to go around.
So,
okay.
repeat that question one more time.
You heard it. You better get your drink before you start talking.
My mic ain't on. This is my mic on. My mic on. Okay. What was your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake was my misconception today. And I get a chance to offer that.
Okay, wait, stop. You said your biggest mistake was
Your
what?
biggest?
Well, no, I'm going to say that. I'm going to rephrase that.
That ain't your biggest mistake. That's just your mistake of the day.
Right,
That's
right,
exactly
right.
what I was going to say on the day.
So listen. The misconception that I wanted to share was believing that someone can make you happy.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
And because of that, I had to learn, and it's still a struggle, that you cannot. No one else can make you happy.
No one.
You have to make yourself happy.
You have to be happy with yourself.
But someone else can't help enhance your happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes,
Good.
sometimes that's the struggle. Sometimes I still I get into certain modes, and I have to figure out at that moment. Sometimes it's not at the moment because I let it linger a little bit, and I had to gather myself and realize that person don't have to do that.
Period. People don't have to be nice.
No.
They don't have to be nice. So we in the middle of the game.
Okay.
So now you done told us what your biggest regret of the day was, but we really, and I'm gonna tell y'all what my biggest regret is. Y'all asked the question now. Y'all know I ain't gonna lie.
What was your biggest
I ain't,
mistake?
right? What was the big of in your life?
Mm-hmm. The biggest
mistake in your life, Mr. Robert. Let's go. We're going to come back to Mr. Robert. Miss Barbara.
I think it's Wisdom's turn.
Yeah. What's your biggest mistake?
What's the biggest? No. Now listen. Before you answer this question, it must be transparent,
Yeah, right.
and it must.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying because I know you, Mr. Wisdom. All right. It must be transparent and from your heart.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Just having sex before I knew my purpose.
All right now. Okay.
That's real.
All right, that's real. Go
That's
ahead.
real.
Go ahead.
Hey, he said having sex before he knew his purpose. That's good.
I'm still
Mr.
thinking,
Mike.
come back to me.
Come back to
So I said I had two regrets, which I consider either mistakes. Somehow they're framed as regrets and mistakes.
She says
kind of the
somehow
same
they're
thing.
framed.
So I am not. I'm not gonna go biblical on nothing. How about that?
All right. Go ahead.
Please.
Because we being transparent. Go ahead.
Somehow they're framed.
Somehow they're framed. So I think the one that I'll share is, because if I share the one, y'all gonna all bust out laughing, so we're not gonna do that. But the one that I'll share is that having loved before, and when that opportunity to love from that pure place came my way, I was not willing to do everything I needed to do in that moment.
Wow, Barbara. That's good.
I had been hurt so much that in that moment I wanted something else than really willing to take a risk there. And it happens to be one of the mistakes of my life because I think it...
My God. Listen, I love this game.
I said two.
I
got two,
it.
but she said I only had to share one. I'm going to give y'all
Just one. Okay, now what about you, Mr. Mike?
Yeah,
She said,
come back to me
again.
one more time.
Miss Andrea.
I've been thinking. Miles kind of took mine, but
No, let's go. We got the same.
Yeah, whatever it is.
losing my virginity.
Yeah, before you knew.
Right, because
Really-
it gets really complicated.
It
after
does.
That. And then
It
when you learn
does.
about the
Complicated.
exchange,
That's why I
the
said-
spirits and
Yes.
all that stuff, you know.
Soul ties and.
It becomes like you need water. Like
Yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So it's not just it's a distraction. Mine was I didn't want to be alone. So I had a fear of being alone. So I just used my sexuality.
Now,
My-
that,
Oh my
that
God.
sexuality.
Like, okay, I'm 18.
You
I
just
guess
helped me
it's
to
time.
realize my biggest mistake.
Sexuality for a man, because that's good. Because I know a lot of my male friends. Well, I know a lot of men who are oversexed. So, with regards to being oversexed, it's probably because you started so early and had so many. Maybe I'm not sure, but there is something to an oversexed person that just.
If you come for me, please don't be oversexed.
Come, don't you do it? All right, I'm not there. It's my whole voice now. If you come, don't you do it?
Extend the Steve Harvey 90-day rule.
It's like.
All right, y'all, we got to get through some of these other
Okay,
ones now.
so hold on. The biggest regret of my life is not recognizing. Oh man, hold on. It's not. See, I don't want to say it the way I know I should say it, so y'all can understand it. But I kind of got to swerve on this. The biggest mistake or the regret of my life is not knowing how to love the one that first loved me.
Ooh, that's good.
Give me a hand clap! Oh, Lord, I made it through that. I'm trying to tell you right now. And the reason, it's just I didn't know how to love. I didn't
people
know
don't
what
know.
was love.
Exactly.
Read my love chapter.
And I lost it. I lost it to never regain. I almost regained it again. But they were scared. So, yeah.
I would say my biggest mistake was not trusting God, not trusting Him. I did a lot of things because I felt like I could do it.
Yeah.
I know this person. But as I got older, I realized that it was a lot of foul play. It was a lot of foul moves made just to get me in certain places and do things. When the way that I move now, I look back and say, yeah, that was big mistakes because had I just trusted Him, I would probably be in a better position.
What about you, Miss Paula?
I think my biggest mistake is I didn't take my 4-year free ride to college.
Woo! Yeah, that was a mistake. No, I'm just playing.
She said, I did get an education, but I didn't
she
take
said
that
free.
ride.
She said free, honey.
Yeah, free.
That was
Yeah,
that was the key word.
That was a good one. But was that the biggest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next question then. Let's go.
Okay.
Who you gearing it to?
All right. This one is, what is one of the most valuable lessons you have learned?
Okay, I ain't going first on
I'll go
this.
first.
Go ahead, Miss Andrea.
To act and not react first.
To think and not react.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Thinking
To think and not react first. That's good
that's kind of hard
because we act and think later.
Right.
I know I do.
Yeah, so many times. What about you, Miss?
So this time I'm going biblical on y'all. So I think the most valuable lesson that I have learned in my life is that when I stop to pray, that I listen.
Wow.
Before I pray. I never come to God with everything that's on my heart. I always come to Him and say, what's on your heart and what's on your mind? And I listen, and then I share.
That's
It's
good.
probably the most valuable lesson
That's good.
that I learned in my life.
That's good. What about you, Mr. Robert?
Learning to love myself.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Self-love.
Because if you don't love yourself, you sure can. You're going to have a hard time trying to love somebody else if you don't love yourself. It starts at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Not just loving yourself. I know I'm going to interject, but we don't know how to love people.
Period.
And that's why we don't know how to love ourselves. Because
That's
the Bible
right.
says that love your neighbor as yourself. And
Well,
you
that's
can't
how you
love
know.
you can't love your neighbor. That's because you don't know how to love yourself.
Come
Exactly.
on, girl.
Okay, now I disagree with that.
I know
You can disagree with it, but it's the word of God. He said, liken unto the second rule, which is love your neighbor as unto yourself.
He's throwing paper. How can you love somebody and don't know how to love yourself? How you gonna love somebody else first before you love yourself?
It's
You
amazing.
got to love yourself. You got to love yourself first.
People do it all the time.
I can tell you how. I can tell you how you can.
Okay.
I have a child. And before I can do anything for myself, I know how to love that child and how to give that child everything and know how to give Barbara nothing. Right. And I can take everything. I'm telling you, you can say what you want. I know how to love.
But you loving yourself and you showing your love
I'm not
towards
loving
your
myself.
child.
I have not eaten and my children have. That's not loving me. No. That is not caring for myself. It's a part of loving that which God has given me. That's making sure that their needs are taken care of, that they're safe.
But you're doing it because you know how to love. I'm sorry.
That ain't got nothing to do with me
Yes,
loving
it
me,
does.
though. No, it
Because
doesn't.
if you don't love from yourself, how you gonna love that baby?
Again, the Bible says,
let me
love
try to
your
let me try to
neighbor
interject.
Hold on, wait a minute.
as you love yourself.
That means
And
you have
some
to
of
love
us
yourself
yes, you
first.
do have to love yourself. But a lot of us don't know how to love our neighbor because we don't know how to love other people because we don't know how to love us.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah.
Loving yourself first.
Yeah.
And that's what I said.
Then I'm gonna love you.
So why y'all arguing? He the one
They're
said-
saying it two different ways.
He said he disagreed with what I said. And I said, a lot of us don't know how to love people because, and I said that. We don't know how to love ourselves because we don't know how to love people.
No,
You gotta be able
no. You said you got to love others before you love
I didn't
yourself.
say before. I said we don't know how to love people. I said we don't know how to love ourselves because we don't know how to love other people.
Nah, that's the right way in my mind.
Being married 16 years,
Okay, come on, Mr. Mike.
together 20 years. I come to a point. I have been at a point where I had to sit back and have a one-on-one with God and repent because I had realized that I had made my wife before Him. I put her before Him. Everything that I was doing was to make her happy.
Yeah.
From going to work, the things that I bought, the places that I took her, she wasn't necessarily happy because I was doing those things. It became in total disarray because I was putting her before God.
Yes.
When I stopped doing that and I started putting God first, she noticed me take the head back.
Yeah.
And she started to appreciate me more.
Wow.
So
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
And I agree with you.
So
because you don't love yourself, ain't nobody gonna love you.
No. Well, somebody will love you, but you get stomped on and walked all over and all types of this be all kind of drama. It's
You
too
gotta
much.
know how to love yourself because that's how you gonna measure people gonna treat you according to how you.
Exactly.
That's where your boundaries come from.
Well, let
is
me-
you starting to love yourself first so you know what you will and won't deal with.
Well,
Hello?
let me say, on the contrary to that, the reason why I was putting her first so much was because I hated myself.
Now that,
I hated it. And I didn't even realize how much I hated it.
Explain it. Just elaborate just a little bit because we're going to get to the next question.
It was things that I was doing that I shouldn't have been doing. We don't get caught either.
Right.
You know?
Period.
But it's just transparency,
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
It
I get
is.
caught. We just turn a
but-
blind eye.
Yeah.
when you,
I mean, some men lie.
Because if I gotta call you on it, that means I gotta react to it.
Right.
So I might not be ready to leave you. So I
Right.
gotta say, act like I don't see it.
I'm going to act like I don't even see that. I'm going to act like I ain't even hear that thing.
I know. Look at my. This is the
Too
truth.
much.
we hear y'all
We don't
talking.
get caught.
You know what? I ain't even going to, you know what?
If we get caught, it's because we just don't care.
Well, my thing was,
Exactly.
I
You
hated,
right about that. Give me some slaps.
I hated the fact.
So now your mama is somewhere in the
I
47
hated-
meters down. Where's my
I
slap?
hated the fact
All right.
that
That's right.
I wasn't able, that I didn't know what I wanted for me.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know how to love me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I put all of that stuff that I didn't know about me into what I knew I wanted, that she wanted.
Yeah.
And then when I got done seeing with all of that and seeing that she still wasn't happy,
Because you became a yes man.
it made me worse.
And don't nobody want no yes man.
Then I
That's
hated
not what we
myself
want.
more. I hated myself more. And then it got to the point she didn't want to deal with me. I had lost everything. And then back to God, He built me back up.
Yep.
that's when I realized you the most important relationship.
It was your foundation. It was the bottom that she was after, and you thought it was the top.
That's exactly.
Okay. So next question.
That was good.
Mrs. Barbara. Not Mrs. Barbara, but Mrs. Paula.
Okay. What are things that gave you the most energy?
Ooh. Caffeine, Coca-Cola, sex from my husband. And
It does help you.
cocaine back in the day that gave me a lot of energy.
Sleep.
That was back in the day.
I think sleep.
We all can just
Okay, money, new energy is one of the main things.
You said renewed energy?
What are 3 things that gave you most energy?
most,
The most
energy, not renewed.
Oh.
What gave you the most energy? Sex, cocaine, and Coca-Cola.
New energy.
Rest, vision, and purpose.
Okay. Anybody else?
She
can
coming
answer
straight from the
that?
pulpit.
Purpose.
For me, dancing.
Dancing. Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you. What's gonna give you? Because that purpose gonna make you run. It's gonna make you do stuff you wouldn't.
I guess I was being too realistic. Okay, we're going to take the cocaine off the table because we all know that give you energy.
Cocaine is a horrible drug.
It's a hell of a drug. That's what it is. Okay, so, so sex,
Knowing
definitely.
someone is interested.
Man, that gives you, that makes
Mad.
Yeah, having the attention, being in the eye
Oh, yeah, that does too.
of
That's a
someone
different-
who really likes you and is showing it, that gives
Oh,
you
no, I
just
got one good.
5 minutes. Okay.
I got one good one.
What? What's your
So I got good energy, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So since being with this girl, this young lady,
We talking about okay, wait. Are we talking about energy as in running energy or just energy in life? What kind of energy?
Energy in life.
Okay,
The
so
things
this
that
here-
gave you the most energy.
so so being with her, it has really escalated.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
The right
It
person
has-
will do
it
that.
has-
The right
it has
one.
Really
Yes.
got me like.
It's called purpose, partner. They make you do something.
I'm a billionaire. You hear what I'm saying?
That's right.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
what I believe.
Because
Okay.
guess what? She's a top tier lady, okay? And she ain't gonna live any kind of way. And
Exactly.
guess what? When she go, you go. And when you go, she go. When you see me, you see her. When you see her, you see me. Okay? That's how it is.
Yes.
All right, you have a jewel. We have 4 minutes left.
Okay. One last question.
One last
At
question.
what moment did you laugh the hardest?
Oh my. I ain't gonna go first because there's so many moments. Go ahead, Miss Andrea.
Go ahead, Dre.
Pootie Tang.
What is that? What is that? That's it. Don't nobody else answer. Miss Andrea done took the table. She done shook the table. She over here talking about Pootie Tang, y'all. We got 3 minutes left now, y'all. Mr. Mike, I told you we was gonna have a time there now. Listen, this has been an amazing 2 hours. I love you guys. What's this?
I'm showing you that's what made me laugh.
What is this?
Put the grandmama by the car.
Poor grandmama didn't lock her wheelchair. She done rolled on down the hill.
Oh my
Lord
God.
have mercy, Jesus. Listen, into the gates. Glory to God. Come on in, grandmother. All right. So, Miss Andrea, listen, we down to the end of the show. We got 3 minutes left. Mr. Mike, it was a pleasure
Yes, it
having
was.
you.
Thank you so
we
much.
had an
Thank you
amazing
so
time.
much.
You got us up in here sweating, or is it the new lights? Is it the new lights? You got me sweating. I'm sweating. Okay, so is there anything that you would like to say to the anybody watching? Encourage an artist, whatever you want. You have the floor. You got 45 seconds.
Be the energy that you need for you.
Cool. That's He said, "Beat it."
That's just about it because we run off of energy.
Come
we
on.
gonna either give it or we're gonna
Come
take
on.
it.
Right.
Come on.
Are you the giver or are you the
giver
taker?
or are you the taker? My God, listen, Miss, that's good. Can I have a hand clap for that? Because that was good. Miss Andrea, let's hit these announcements real quick because we gotta get on up out of here.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, you forgot about that. You got something low and slow?
Now you
Slow
know
and
I
low.
need glasses. Okay, Friday, July 1st, 2022, 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. 50 states, pray for the U.S. 24 hours. Our rally cry. God hear our sin-sick nation and world.
Yes.
So I have a flyer
Yes.
for Friday.
Yes. It is. Is that National Prayer Day?
That National Prayer Day? I don't have
That
my
is
glasses.
National Prayer Day. And I actually got this from my TT, Miss Dewana. Is it Dewana? I want to say Dewana Worthing, but it's not. It's George. Lord,
Is the name on
anyway.
here?
Miss Dewana. No, it's not. Anyway, that's one of my TTs, and she goes to my dad's church, and she gave me this announcement, and it is important that we have prayer. Corporate prayer is amazing, okay? Because when we all get on one accord, that's what it's all about. So I was excited about this announcement right here. So guys, what time is it, Miss Andrea?
It's Friday, July 1st, 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m.
All right.
24 hours.
Yes,
24 hours of prayer. That's always good. What's next, Miss Andrea?
That's it. You want to mention the concert? I didn't get a chance to print it out.
we you know what? We ain't got it printed out anyway. We gonna do that next week because you know I ain't finna do it with you this.
And I'm not doing it with you. So between us, maybe we can both lend each other out.
we got fireworks to go. So here at the Masheba Webb Show, when we get ready to end our show, we end it with a lot of love and a lot of love. Okay, and I want you to go ahead and give you. You gonna do the robot? Whatever you gonna do? Come on. Has the Lord been good to you, Mr. Mike?
Yes, he has.
What about you, Miss Barbara?
He's been real good.
And you?
Amazingly good.
What about you, Mr. Robert?
It's all the time good to
I
me.
said Mr. Robert.
I know. I took his place.
You
didn't I?
did. Miss Paula. Hello. Listen. Everybody going. Listen. He's been real.